dedication remain standing for the pledge thereafter. Councilman Hager, would you give?
Heavenly Father, coming in the bonds of gratitude, saying thank you for being our God and allowing us to be your children. Father, we just ask for it right now that you would hear us as we come expressing our appreciation for giving us this hour, Heavenly Father, to come and discuss town business. Heavenly Father, and that the beneficiaries will be those, the residents of our town, Heavenly Father. Father, we just ask that everything that is done here tonight, Heavenly Father.
Please remain standing and join me in the pledge. I pledge
allegiance to one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. May be seated. Members of council, you all have in your agenda packet the meeting minutes drafted for May 4th. But I apologize, I was absent for that meeting. Have a motion on the floor by Councilman Alexander, second by Councilman Rogers. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll share from going too fast. No name's not here. Mr. Owens, how are you this evening?
I'm doing fine. How about yourself, sir?
Better than I deserve. If you don't mind, go to the podium and microphone should be.
A proposal for a festival coming to Williamston. I did one on last year to give you a little bit of background on myself. My father was Milton Owens, and he was the band director, and many of us who are here that are my age, which I'm no longer young, he taught tall. So Keller, who was middle school entertainer, respectfully submits a proposal to the town of Williamston to host the inaugural Flavor and Flow Festival for a day of fun, entertainment, and local business entertainment. The Flavor and Flow Festival will include a DJ, a variety of food trucks, local vendors, chairs, tents to come to relax and enjoy the music and just enjoy the festivities and enjoy each other. The famous surrounding area. The event is expected to attract visitors. Will create opportunities for businesses to get or gain new people. The vendors that we will have here at this particular event, that's a little different from others. We will have soul food vendors, we will have seafood vendors, they will also have street crabs. Really, I would just like to bring back home to Williamston, and I know we have a number that we will add to Williamston to also make it a beautiful be at Dale Martin's baseball center. There's some different opportunities. It is a ticketed event, so I will be looking for a place where the council, if that's something that they would be interested in, because I'm also looking for opportunities for the city of Williamston to benefit from that as well. So, in conclusion, the Flavor and Flow Festival represents an exciting opportunity for a nice showcase Williamston through music, food, entertainment, and community involvement. So, I would like to dedicate that to my father through food and through just loving people.
Pause just a moment for questions. I got a question for Roberta and Michelle. Do y'all know anything we have on August 22nd that we're confident already?
Yes, springwater, I believe.
Springwater Festival.
Yeah, because we had moved it from May back to August. But he did talk about possibly, he came in my office before we started, and we looked at the on our calendar that nothing's going on in the park or at Brookdale. He hasn't talked with Carolina Community Center yet, or to regulate sales there. So the Veterans Park would be a whole lot easier. And then Brookdale.
Family access across the bridge, so it's pretty easy to park in Middle Spring Park, there in the Masonic Lodge, or several other places, even around the Armory.
Okay.
There.
Okay.
And that makes a really, really nice area for ticketing events. I'm sure that we can work with you on that.
Yes, sir.
Your father was building on this, has stickies here in town.
You remember Stickies, yes.
So,
My brother told me to tell you hello, by the way.
Tell Billy I said hello. Great job. So I think provided you give me the recipe for stickies, or at least next up, we were poor. When I said we were poor, we were poor. But my wife and I would save up every week to have enough money to go get some ribs and a side of skinny over there.
Wow.
And, I miss your dad a lot, thinking of him a lot, surely thinking about, the ribs and the skinny a lot.
Well, I definitely appreciate that. What I can do, my mom gave the recipe. You know, it was a slave
That's
recipe.
what I heard, yeah.
So she
Yeah, you
did.
told me the whole story.
Yeah, she gets.
Question, Mayor.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Owens and Roberta, you may have some, information on this as well. The only concern, I think this is a great idea, and, it will be a great thing for our community. The timing is the only concern. Would later in September, would any of those work for something like this? If you did it a month, if you looked at, or if we did somewhere in mid to, I know we have the Spring Water Festival in August.
What did we have? Did we have the business expo?
Business expo.
Talent show.
Oh.
Talent shows are big one too.
Yeah, that's a big one too.
But that-
Which date is
Yes,
that?
that's September.
So you're looking,
26th of September, 26th of September, I'm sorry.
so right now we're looking at September 5th, which would be the.
What about the week after? Like I was telling her, if it's a good week, and I'm watching the calendar, I don't know that's very important. If we wanted to do it mid-September, that would be workable too.
We have September the 12th, we have Cinema Saturday,
Yeah, sure.
at the talent show. The 19th.
I usually take any action here in public comment, and if you come to our staff for the time, that you request, and we're able to work it out, some other time, we can absolutely do that, and make that happen.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I would welcome it, anytime we fit, we'll provide any logistical support that you guys need, whether it be a trash truck out there, to make sure trash is clean.
We'll go from there.
Any member of council opposed to that?
No. Even if you did it like the first weekend in October, after the talent show, you could use the talent show to advertise.
And then we have the movie at night, then the residual could just stay for the movie as well too. And we've got, that's when we have, no, that's not an experience, so.
October the 3rd is the junk in your trunk yard sale, but that's also mile long yard sale.
Whatever y'all will work out.
We can find something, I'm sure
okay.
we'll find something else.
Okay. When's a good time for me to give you guys a call?
But you've got my card, just call
Yes,
me.
ma'am. I sure will. Okay.
Yeah, just coordinate with Roberta, and we'll get added to the schedule.
All right. But I will tell you, whenever I do recipe and make it.
There you go. Thank you, we appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you. He's here, sir.
Is that also going on?
It was, yes.
Young officers who just graduated from the South Carolina Criminal Justice Academy. And I see that we have some family members here on behalf of our two officers. We have Corey Gretzmer, we have Jackson Cushman, who has just graduated. And I want to say this, the Big Blue family. But a lot of times people ask, what does it really take to be successful in law enforcement? And I always have 3 ingredients that I recite to people. 2 of those things we can absolutely help you with. Help you with opportunity. We can enable you to pin on that badge. We can enable you to strap on that gun. We're going to enable you to interact, to be ambassadors of our department. But it's for the second ingredient, and that's a bit. Your instructors have taught you. You've gained skills. You are able now to conduct investigations. You can drive cars. You can shoot guns. But you have talent to never progress anywhere. But that takes us to the third ingredient and the most important, and that's willingness. That's something I can't give you. That's something nobody in this department can give you. Willingness is what brought you here. Opportunity opened that door for you. Ability gave you the tools to walk up, because that's what you've done. You've given of yourselves, willingness, struggling through that first 4 weeks of strenuous physical activity, and now here you are. And we are so very proud of both of you, and we're honored to be here tonight as you're sworn in as our new police officers. But I want to say this, don't ever lose your willingness. Bring that with you every single day that you come to this department. Willingness to learn, willingness to serve. Because willingness is what separates the good officers from the great officers. Great officers have willingness. And I would ask you to, if you would come forward, please. And I want to say one more thing. I had someone who brought home a very special award. He completed the physical abilities or physical agility test in record time, and he also completed the challenge run in record time. And we are absolutely proud of these two young officers.
Who wants to be first? I, Jackson D. Fishman,
I, Jackson Fishman,
do solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I am duly qualified,
that I will be qualified
according to the Constitution
according to the Constitution
and laws of the state,
and laws of the state,
to exercise the duties
to exercise the duties
which I have been appointed,
which I have been appointed,
and that I will, to the best of my ability,
and that I will, to the best of my ability,
the Constitution of this state and of the United States.
to defend the Constitution of this state and the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
You get this back. You want me to do it now? You get it now. Okay. Do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I am duly qualified,
that I am duly qualified,
according to the Constitution
according to the Constitution
and the laws of this state,
and the laws of this state,
to exercise the duties to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
to discharge all of the duties thereof,
to discharge all the duties thereof,
and preserve and protect,
to preserve and to protect,
and defend the Constitution
and to defend.
Can I get one more?
I have one more round of applause.
Graduating, congratulations. Thank you for choosing Williamston. And, don't forget, we chose you too. It's a pretty big accomplishment just to graduate from the academy these days. You know, used to, they let just about anybody tow a gun under the badge. I even towed one at one time, you know, believe that. But, you know, nowadays, the standards are so stringent, it's, not everybody can pass it, certainly not everybody can take on one of the top awards from the academy. So, super proud of you. Thank y'all for choosing Williamston again. And I'm always here for you. My door's open. If I can ever do anything for you, I'll let you know. Thank you.
For exemplary performance, dedication, and perseverance demonstrated during training at the South Achievement and Superior Physical.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Part of this rules there. Both y'all, man. Y'all can't. All right, 30 minutes. Well, I think we're 5 years. All right, next up, Roberta.
Mayor Council, thank you for letting me be here. With the draft, we made $900 at the market, another event. Christina Scarpello, I was at the hospital with my husband who worked, his was moved to the inside. DCS bills, Tony Young provided the movie, and Hunter Quinn provided the food. For those to y'all, we just received one when we walked in, so I haven't had an opportunity. The prices range from 85 and 89.8 on those, but I'll send you all three estimates so you'll have, and if y'all need me to get more estimates, but it looks like it's gonna be pretty consistent, and that the pricing is right there at each other, so I think. And the only thing that I did under, low voltage lighting underneath the lip of it, and I did go back to those have lighting.
That would just assist, because you got walls that go on both sides, to be able to see where you're actually walking.
We did also get our encroachment permits for those, and the signs are in production right now, and we're also changing all the wayfinding signs. So all those, and then we did, but since it is the 250th anniversary, for the country, we are gonna add, if a revolver goes in that bucket, then that person gets $250 cash. And then for our giveaway for the Freedom Festival, we're doing a fire and ice. We're gonna do a very large, nugget ice machine, so we're gonna do a fire and ice giveaway. It's gonna be valued at about $1,000, at our tent.
Alright, we on ordinance for 26-27 budget ordinance. It was my intention on how there needed to be a draw prior to the budget. We start July 1.
Yeah.
We are definitely not gonna have a draw before then, so I will just include the new budget versus doing the budget amendment.
And it was 26,000.
26,000, and I know that some collective on the sidewalk project, and going ahead and approving that to get that project started, so that we know where to go from there. And at that point in time, during that time, Williamston, for that project, I think the total overall project was roughly $1 million, is that correct? Roughly thereabouts. Along with other, may end up being a much larger project, including a traffic light there at Roberts Boulevard. We're still researching all those things, at least for an intersection to be there. At least I plan to use that, so that's enough. First steps. We can always go back and do a budget amendment, should we need to do so, once we figure out exactly how much money we're going to do that. So I would move that we take out number 4, strike that, and just, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so we can just, when y'all make a motion for this, just pull back the 26,000 out of contingency.
Yep. All
And
right.
we don't have to do all 4.
Make that formal motion.
Second.
Now, motion on the floor by myself, second by Councilman, Cole. Number 1, second reading on ordinance on the 2026-2027 several projects, and it does not include a tax increase. This time I'll entertain a motion to adopt that second and final reading on the 2026-2027 budget ordinance. And a motion on the floor by Councilman Rogers. Discussion. Again, I want to add, insert into that budget ordinance $26,000 for the Ringel Street sidewalk project, including the first 2 steps, as outlined by a license proposal. So we'll add that in there. Any other discussion on the budget?
Mayor, I want to thank again, Mayor, thank you and town staff and Michelle for putting this together. And this is waste in government and higher taxes, nobody wants things like that. And if you look at this budget and what we've been able to do for successive years is no tax increases, no fee increases, but we're also able to keep up with the exploding costs that continue to go up for inflation and everything else. We give a cost of living increase to make it more competitive with the private sector and other towns, and then also do bonds with the cost. You hear them general obligation bonds, tax anticipation notices, other types of bonds where basically they don't. And in this situation, we have ample savings that that we and our forebears in the past have left us to make our town staff for not what we want them to be. So thank you.
I'll add, one reason we're able to put money back here, again, thank y'all, for your help, members of council, in ordinances, that type of stuff from R3. That caused some confusion in the past. Any type of multifamily, put it in MFR, which is multifamily residential. R3 will still remain otherwise as is. Minimum square foot, 10,000 square foot, setbacks, block widths, all that good stuff. Have motions all over the floor. Motion by, we will say Councilman Alexander, second by Councilman Rogers. Any and it's unanimous. Item number 3, I believe we have Mr. Rod Patel here with us this afternoon. Thank you for being here. Potential of, he owns the Fast Fuel and Swift Stops stores. This is a chain of convenience stores that are in the upstate. Your headquarters in Spartanburg, correct? And he's looking to completely goes over the Fast Fuel. And if y'all remember, we acquired some property from the railroad back in behind that store. Several years ago, we put up the curtains that trucks hit instead of them hitting the bridge. Worth of investment that the town made. And the railroad at that time didn't have a bunch of cash. If you look at it on ACPAS, is relatively useless as far as what we can do with it. But it is of value to the Swift Stop. So he and I talked, we worked together in an agreement, and what we're asking for today is y'all to allow me to enter that agreement, which means simply what we're asking for today is y'all to allow me to enter into the agreement with the Swift Stop for that property to be conveyed over to them in exchange for certain things. Situation where we end up like we are on Ingles, where we put a lot of work and effort into something, and now we're just a reasonable amount of time in which the details will be worked out with the town attorney, your attorney, and we'll have a final draft. 2 briefs. I just need to make sure there's stuff in there that protects the town in case he decides, you know what, I'm not gonna build anymore. He can't just own that property too. A couple of things that are important to the town that will be beneficial to us is there will be 16 public and private parking spaces that will be available to us. He's going to pay that at his expense, that area that will be shared use parking. Okay? So for our events, we will retain ownership of that small corner plot that I've always referred to as the Lander property. Some of y'all have been around here a lot more than I have, and I'm assuming the Lander family donated that property down or somehow or other. It used to be the Lander family. We will still retain ownership at our expense to pay that as well. Just while they're there, they got boots on the ground. That would be a great area. We often refer to that as vendor parking as well. So some of you may be familiar with that area. It's typically a low and we need the director to look at it, make sure those things are met that protects the town, enter into the agreement. It'll be brought back in our July meeting. He'll be able to start construction shortly thereafter. Mr. Taylor, did I miss anything? You have anything you'd like to add?
No, sir, you
Please.
The fast fuel since 2002, so 23 years. We don't plan on going anywhere. Swift Stop is a brand that my father indicates for great freedom, and we built a brand around it, and so this will be our second location. It was a proof of concept to start off with, and it's worked out really well on export. We haven't finalized the concept of going to there yet, but in Spartanburg, we have a pretty large presence in restaurants. We have a report of brands we started to do. And this kind of just allows us to have a blank slate of how we want to proceed.
My council's had seen them.
Okay.
I'll send those over.
Awesome, thank you. Yes, so, as you can see, it's going to be completely modern, well lit, bright, tons of parking on the site. We're about 2 away from completeness for our site here as well, to see if we can incorporate at least 4 chargers. Gas prices go up and down every now and then. They're up right now, they'll come down before July 4th is what we predict, but, electric cars are not going to be. So, why not have hearing us out? We've been here for 23 years, we're going to be here for the next 23. We support the town with this.
And y'all also own the whole, forget if I'm wrong, there's a building there that used to be the surveyor's office. If you're facing the store to your right, y'all own that as well, correct?
Here in town.
Yes, we want the surveyors office.
And that's where you're talking about potential of a restaurant.
So we would be, all be just one in line.
Okay.
So we would, site is hard to imagine because of all the neighborhoods back there. But the restaurant would have its own drive. So it could be any Swiss Star fast food concept, and we put it on, which at the same time. So we don't know what we're gonna lean into yet. Maybe a need for you. There's a need for you.
We do move.
Yes, sir. So everything you see on site, there's gonna be quite a bit of grading on that side, I believe. And so, once we're out of the construction phase of permitting, we'll start looking at timing, right? At the end of the day, we have staff to support it. We want to keep that in operation, so that means it's gonna be cash flow. So we're gonna try and design and build this, with the least amount of downtime. Doing it when we have to pay the cash flow. But we can do this as fast as possible.
So in addition to the tax revenue, you store your potential of, hospitality tax revenue too from rent.
Typically, we do pizza.
Soda fountains.
Street, we can't compete with.
Soda fountains, that type of stuff.
Yes, there's soda fountains, slushie machines, milkshake machine. Partner with, I think you guys have heard of Big Ben Desserts. So we partner with Big Ben, desserts. So he's local to Spartanburg, big brand value. This gives another way to, another location to sell products to help that out around. We would probably look for a similar partnership locally with somebody's in Williamston. That would be designed, is that they can sell their street or anything that they want.
Anybody any other questions?
We'll have, yes, so that's something new that just came out, so we would, I'm looking at a company named Fresh in town, companies in there for those. Yeah, so this store's old, I mean, it was built in the seventies, it's a prototype, and we have lots of new decisions there, I promise. Trust me, I'm not proud of it. This is my proposal.
Councilman Rogers has a question.
Yes, sir.
Well, let's give the mayor permission to enter into an agreement
Yes, sir.
before our next meeting, the first reading. Do we have a date on how long he has to complete?
Yes, that has to be in the contractual, agreement, that you'll have 2 years. That's on top of my head. Do you think that's a reasonable time frame? And DOT encroachment permits, so your entrance and exit, you have to go through DOT with that stuff. Your site grading permit goes through the state, used to be DES, DES. Those are two things that, extend it out a little bit, but providing your engineer gets the information to them, you're probably talking 6 months. With Mr. Patel up front, is we don't need any type of, before we do a transaction, first and second reading, you got 60 days to look over this thing and make dang sure. I say I'm not gonna do anything with it.
Do that, absolutely.
That's your neighbor's neighbor, by the way, it was right across the street.
We've been talking about this for a very long time. We're kind of in the same situation that we already had with our partner store. Either it's time for us to sell it, or let's do it again. And, yes, he had the distributor, it was a good video today, but, he kind of gave me the thumbs up and said, all right, let's roll.
And there's been quite a bit of preliminary site plan you guys have seen there. Looks like a really, really nice store. Entrance in and off of Johnson as well, so really, really helpful too.
Yeah, especially the one thing that my main, when you have to back out.
When they do that,
They literally are backing into Highway 20. One is nightmares in here for space for truck drivers to do that. Two is a safety issue. We pull straight out on Highway 20.
As long as they don't tear your parking lot up. As long as they don't tear your parking lot up.
Well, we'll make sure that we're putting it into that.
Thank you, Mr. Patel. Anybody, so at this time I'll entertain a motion to allow me to enter into that agreement. Again, it's not, I can't transfer property or anything. So this time I'll entertain a motion to allow me to do that.
So moved.
Have a motion on the floor by Councilman Taylor, second by Councilman Rogers. A couple quick things, for the good of the order, our 4th of July celebration will be on June 27th this year, which is, on Saturday. Make sure that you guys come out and you will not want to miss it. We are 250th celebration, and I have gotten preliminary confirmation from the Citadel that they're planning on bringing our cannon to us. The Citadel loan agreement done in 2018. It has not been back to Williamston since 2018, so I I talked with the commandant there and the president there at Citadel, the finale. Be the last kaboom we hear from that evening, so that'll be pretty cool. To be able to see Annie Lee, back here at home and, actually hear her fire. For those of you who don't know, on Fridays, when school's in session, they do fire her, when they have parade, when weather permitting. They have the parade, there's quite the sound to hear on the peninsula of Charleston. You hear that rifle cannon from 1864 fires. That's, quite the sight. I've actually got a picture of it hanging up in my eye. I want to tell you that I appreciate, and we all covet y'all's prayers. For those of you who don't know, my grandson was recently diagnosed with Hunter syndrome. He's been in the hospital in intensive care in Charleston. It's a progressive disease. It's not something that there's no cure for it. But we're very hopeful that, for some enzyme therapy, that will be taking place in June or July. They're actually setting up, so we're hopeful that it'll extend some years on his life. And I'm certainly thankful for y'all's prayers. Our community is really rallied together around my family, my son, my daughter-in-law, and our family during this difficult time. We're praying and we're thankful for your prayers. That's all I've got. And I apologize, that's why I missed the last meeting. I was down. Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Call the question, all in favor?